Hey there, let's talk about astigmatism. You've probably heard that word thrown around, but what does it actually mean for your eyes? Here's a little secret. It's not really a disease at all. It's geometry. So let's get a clearer look at what's really going on.
So, have you ever been driving at night and you notice the streetlights or the headlights from other cars don't look like sharp little dots? Instead, they look kind of streaky, like a starburst. Well, if that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. And the reason why that happens is all about the unique shape of your eye. Okay, so before we get into the why, let's start with the what. How does astigmatism actually feel? Day to day. What are the telltale signs that your eye is working a little overtime just to bring the world into focus? Well, it all kind of starts with that general blurred or distorted vision. And it can happen whether you're looking at something up close or far away. Because your vision is blurry, your eye muscles are constantly straining to compensate, which can lead to that nagging, tired feeling in your eyes and even frontal headaches. You might also catch yourself squinting a lot. That's actually your body's clever little trick to try and force the light into focus. And of course, there's that difficulty with night vision. Hello, starbursts. All right, we've talked about the symptoms. Now let's get to the real core of the issue. To understand what causes all of this, all you need is one simple but really powerful analogy. It's basically about swapping out a basketball for a rugby ball. Right here, this is the whole story. A perfectly round eye, shaped like a basketball, bends light totally evenly. It directs all that light to one single sharp point on your retina. Simple. But an eye with astigmatism, it's shaped more like a rugby ball, a little oblong. It's got two different curves on its surface. One is a bit steeper, and the other is a bit flatter. And that uneven shape means light gets bent differently depending on where it hits. So because of that rugby ball shape, the light entering your eye doesn't focus down to one nice, tidy point. Instead, it creates two different focal points. And because those points don't land perfectly on your retina, you get blur and distortion. That's it. It's not a disease, it's just a simple problem of optics, all because of the eye's unique curve. So where does this rugby ball shape actually come from? Is it something you're born with or something that happens later on? Well, the causes usually fall into one of two big categories. For most people, it's all about nature. It's congenital, which is just a fancy way of saying you're born with it. It gets passed down through genetics, which influence how the front surface of your eye, the cornea, develops. But you can also acquire it later in life. Things like an eye injury, certain surgeries, or even pressure from a drooping eyelid can actually change the cornea's shape and create astigmatism where there wasn't one before. And just so you know, experts have a pretty neat way of classifying it. They basically ask three questions to pinpoint the exact problem. First, where is the wonky curve? Is it on the cornea, which is most common, or is it on the lens inside the eye? Second, how is that rugby ball shape tilted? Is it lying on its side, standing on its end, or somewhere in between? And third, where exactly are those two focal points landing inside the eye? Answering these helps them figure out the perfect prescription to fix it. Now, I know this might all sound a bit complex, but here's the really good news. Fixing astigmatism is actually very straightforward. So let's look at the amazing modern solutions that can bring a blurry world right back into sharp focus. And thankfully, we've got some fantastic options. The most common fix, of course, is glasses with special cylindrical lenses that are designed to perfectly counteract the eye's irregular shape. If you prefer contacts, there are special toric lenses made just for astigmatism. And if you're looking for something more permanent, there are refractive surgeries like LASIK that actually reshape the cornea itself, getting rid of the problem at its source. Heck, they even have special lens implants for people getting cataract surgery. There's a solution for just about everyone. While we have all these amazing, precise solutions today, it's pretty fascinating to realize that blurry vision is not a new problem. Ancient systems of medicine like Ayurveda had their own ways of thinking about vision issues. They used all sorts of therapies, like medicated oils, nasal administrations, and herbal pastes, to address what they believed were imbalances at the root of the problem. It's a totally different, holistic perspective on eye care from centuries ago. Okay, we need to shift gears for a moment and talk about something incredibly important. Because while astigmatism is common and manageable in adults, when it comes to kids, it is a much, much bigger deal. There is a critical window in their development that we absolutely cannot afford to miss. And here's why this is so critical. If a child's brain is constantly getting a blurry image from one eye, eventually the brain just gives up. It learns to ignore that fuzzy input, and the nerve pathways for vision from that eye just don't develop the way they should. This condition is called amblyopia, or lazy eye, and if you don't catch it and correct it early on, that vision loss could become permanent. So if you take away only one single thing from all of this, please let it be this. Getting your kids' eyes checked regularly is non-negotiable. Correcting a significant astigmatism with glasses early in their life is the only way to make sure their brain learns how to see clearly, preventing what could otherwise be a lifelong vision problem.
So let's just wrap this all up by circling back to our main point. Astigmatism can sound like a big, scary medical diagnosis, but it isn't an eye disease. It's just a description of your eye's shape. It's more rugby ball than basketball. It's incredibly common, it's totally understandable, and it is highly, highly manageable.
So the next time you're out at night and you see those little starbursts around a streetlight, you'll know exactly what's happening. It's not a flaw, it's just the unique optical signature of your eye. And knowing that doesn't just clear up a medical term, it gives you a deeper understanding of how you personally see the world. How cool is that? Thanks for tuning in.